Okay, we're live again. We're back to doing a little bit of a stream today to put up a guide for a grinding session of Final Fantasy VI. This can take place anywhere between after the Imperial Lands and before you go to the Esper Cave. So basically, if you do a low-level party or just trying to make sure that your entire team is pretty decent at level before you go to the Esper Cave, this area right here that I'm going to be doing is going to be the ideal spot for grinding levels. So right now I'm trying to get everyone to level 22 because everyone's at level 17. One thing to keep in mind about the Pixel Remaster is the fact that Mog no longer has those ridiculous level gains that he comes when he joins your party later on after the Imperial Lands scenario. So basically he would have been like around 23 or 22 or so, but here in this version he was like at 17. Of course I have Gao on my team at the moment. But anyway, I want to go over a few things before we start hunting down the monster formations I would recommend fighting. And then of course the spells. For spells I recommend having your party members with Cura. This will help them heal up if they start taking damage. You definitely want to have your raw spells, your Fira, Blizzara, Thundara. Bio is kind of optional. You can also have death and break spells as well. Those are pretty decent as well to utilize too. Osmos is going to be critical for refilling MP. Wyverns, the monsters we're going to be hunting down, have 95 MP, so you could just take that off of them. And then, of course, I would recommend having Vanish. In fact, when you do any party leveling up any party members solo, Vanish is going to be useful because thankfully none of the monsters here on the Imperial Lands have a lot of magic options. There's quite a few. But technically, you just want to make sure you have Vanish, Osmos, your raw spells, Bio Break, Death are optional, Cura for emergencies. That's pretty much all you're going to need. I built my team up to 22 since everyone was pretty much around 19 to 18. Most of the party members returning were at level 17. For some odd reason, Edgar was still at 14, so he didn't level up quite properly with everyone else, so I gave him more levels to utilize. So they definitely made some changes to how leveling is affecting other party members that are not on your team at the moment. So anyway, let's go ahead and give, I got Gao armed with a Kabalas. I'm going to make sure he gets a 10% HP increase. Then I'll switch to Phantom and then start switching off both Magic and Strength through Bismarck and Soda Seeker. Now I only do the 10% once for each of the MP and HP. I mean, it's not a huge gain, but it's still a big deal, though. It'll improve survivability. But anyway, we're going to be looking for 3 possible monster formations that we're going to be doing. I'm going to go ahead and save just to be on the safe side because anything wrong could definitely happen. First things first, we're going to be going into a battle so we can cast Vanish. So thankfully Gao is my last party member I have to train alone. I've been doing mostly training everyone alone. Probably the biggest monster formations that give out more XP could be the 2 Fossil Dragons, the 2 Wyverns and Ralphs, and the Dawns. Wyvern Dawn, Littor Chickens. Those will probably have the highest amount of XP gains. You can also fight 3 Bugs and a Fossil Dragon with that pack as well. So right now our goal is pretty much basically start building up some levels. We're doing single party members because this is a little bit more easier for us to do, and they get most of their experience through this method. Now, if you saw my guide for the Narsh training section in the World of Ruin, this plays almost very similar to this. In fact, there's also another solo grinding session that we want to put up as well, but I'll show a little bit another time, of course. But man, Gao is just weird with invisibility and rage applied. I was really hoping he'd wipe out those guys with fire right off the gate. So anyway, grass worms are pretty much one of the three options we want to get the most experience. We get like 834 for beating all three of them. Another group that we want to hunt down is basically 2 wyverns and a dawn. Because those guys give up the most amount of XP, or at least out in the field anyway. So we're going to use Blizzara to take out the wyverns. We want to destroy the wyverns first, because they do use Cyclonic when they're on their own, so do not destroy the dawn until then. Of course, if you're building up with Lock, you can take advantage of stealing rare steel dragon boots from the wyverns. You can also steal rare steals of Tiger Mask off of Dawns. Of course, you can also snag up some high potions as well, or potions from the Dawns as well for common steals. So anyway, we're going to wipe out these enemies, and then we're going to go directly into a rage to wipe out this Dawn here. Dawns don't really have any elemental weaknesses, so you can take them out in any manner you want. So as you can see right there, this is probably the more safer monster formation to go after. This gives us 1,223 experience. So got all leveled up, you got a cow boss increase of 10% HP. Not a whole lot, but it will give Gal some extra survivability. I'm going to go ahead and swap the Phantom right now to get a 10% MP increase. It's not really needed, but if you want to improve survivability and magic usage, it's probably a good ideal. Now, unfortunately, fighting 2 Dawns is not exactly the ideal matchup for the most part, because unfortunately these guys only give you 510 XP when you beat them. But if you don't care as to going after big groups, you can take them out as well. I recommend staying right near Tzen or Merendia in the Blackjack, because that's the area we get to fight these guys, because if we fight around Albrook, we would probably fight Jokers, and those guys can cast Thundara. We're gonna take our... we're gonna get into one more battle here, and then try to use Bomb here to get Gal a float status. So basically I'm going to have him use more Blizzara. Then I'm going to go to Bomb Rage and get him float status. Hopefully he can take out the Dawn with a Blaze. Now as a friendly reminder, you do want to take out these enemies before you go after the Dawn, so that way you don't have to worry about being countered with Cyclonic when they're on their own. Brief about it, we'll try to cast spells again. Now, funnily enough, you want to make if you want to improve Gal's battle attack power, it's probably best not to equip him with a shield, but we want to make sure he has some protection, so we want to give him a shield anyway. But if you want to give him more power, just unequip him with a shield. Now I just realized something. I forgot to cast Float or use Bomb. Let's just hope I can wipe out the little chickens. These aren't usually the ones I would try to go after. Alright, let's look for Bomb, or a flying enemy we can use. Because we do want protection against Quake. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind about the Little Chickens is that these enemies will cast Quake, and you do not want to be on the receiving end of that attack. Normally, Quake is not usually seen until World of Ruin, but it is a pretty nasty spell at this point in the game, and it's guaranteed to one-shot most of your entire party in one go-ahead. I do not have Bomb here. There it is. I go past it like a noob. There we go, we got a Blaze going on. So anyway, Little Chickens give you 950 XP. There is one formation that we do want to encounter here in the forest. can. Now we do want Gao on float just in case the Little chickens do cast Quake on us. Right now I'm going to take some of that MP from the Wyvern. So refill Gao's magic. Then I'm going to cast Blizzara on him. And I'm going to switch to Veil Dancer to hopefully wipe out the bunch of them with Blizzara. As you can definitely tell, our party members are protected against just about everything here. Well, just about everything. But anyway, let's get rid of this enemy right here. Because, like I said before, they will use Cyclonic if they're by themselves. Now I'm going to try to use Veil Dancer. Hopefully I can get lucky in casting Blizzara on the punch. Unfortunately I did not. Gao's got multiple chances to nail him with it. One or more of them. This is not good. Gao's basically doing physical attacks, and we do not want him casting... we don't want him doing physical attacks, we want him casting Blizzara. Alright, he's gonna get rid of one of the Little chickens. Alright. So anyway, we're gonna speed this up with the auto mode. Hopefully we can get rid of this Little chicken before it casts Quake. Because we do not want to lose our Vanish stats for the most part. Because that's going to be our main protection against physical attacks for the most part. There we go. It gets rid of the Little chicken. So anyway, this is probably the second best enemy formation for experience, 1,119 points. But I don't go over there a whole lot due to the fact that these enemies have Little chickens, and we do not want to be dealing with Quake. So basically, those are the two options. Technically, you want to hunt down the 2 Wyvern and the Dawn here. You can also try your luck with the Forest, fight the 2 Little chickens, the 1 Wyvern, and the Dawn. You can fight 5 Little chickens for 950, and 3 Grass Worms for 839, I believe it was. I'll have to re-record that, of course. But technically, those are the 4 monster formations you want to specifically target just to build up the levels. But yeah, as long as Vanish doesn't get deactivated, you should be pretty much safe just about from everything that the enemies throw at you. Just make sure you target the Wyverns that have Cyclonic beforehand. And then just wipe out the whole bunch. And that's pretty much all there is to it to train your party members solo and grinding up levels. You can do whatever, but if you want to... You might not want to over-level your team because you still need to do Shadow, Strago, and Realm when they join. It's probably a good idea to have them on board before going into leveling up for the most part. Now, there is one more thing I do want to show you before I get off here. Once I get through this battle, so we're going to speed this up. I do not know why Gao's not doing cat scratch. We wiped out this group. Now, I already showed you all the monster formations that we want to be targeting for this level grind. So, I'm going to show you one more level grind for Magic upgrade. Now, technically there are some monsters in World of Balance that you fight solo, and you can basically earn up to 3 ability points, or AP as it's called in this game. Probably the best bet to do this is pretty much right here at Fan Force. So we're going to try to get into a battle with Ghost. Ghost doesn't give out a whole lot of XP when you have a whole team with you, but defeating one by itself gives you 3 ability points, which is very good for training your party members to learn magic. Now, technically, you could also fight Belmonons at South Figaro, as well as Harvesters in Zozo by themselves, and you get 3 AP. You can also go to the deserts in the Imperial Lands to fight 2 Fossil Dragons. You get 3 AP for beating them. You can also fight the 2 Litor Chickens, 1 Wyvern, and 1 Dawn for 3 AP. Because right now, this is basically all the AP you can probably get up to right now without having to take a chance with Integer. But technically, this is Phantom Force would be very good ideal for magic training. I already did it with all my party members and got them their spells right now. And you can come back to this area later when you got Strago Realm to do that. But eventually, the Floating Continent is going to be the best place for magic grinding before World of Ruin. So it might be a good idea to get that out of the way. So anyway, that's going to be it for me for now. I will highlight both of these guides post up on my YouTube channel when I get a chance. I will see you all on Friday for Secret of Evermore. I know I listed that as Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but I forgot I have one of my viewers requested me playing that game, and I want to make sure I honor that request, so I'm going to do that. But anyway, you all have a great day, great evening, take care, and I will see you all next time. This is RotorStorm 3331 signing off. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time.